Hey everyone, Off the Geek in here. We've been covering some Sea of Thieves information. This is kind of one that just kind of got figured out if we're looking over some of the commendations and stuff, so stay tuned. So we found some information when looking over all the commendations that you can possibly get, and there's one that mentioned the actual crews. And one of the things we found is when you look over the crews, they have different names, which, I mean, that was a surprise of that one. That was actually already there. But it's not just that they have different names, it's the actual different names and the symbols behind with each of those names and what it represents. So let's take a look at those. So when you go into your commendations and you look at the build rat stuff, you notice it's got different commendations. I've got a couple of these already unlocked. But the interesting part was when you get down to the actual crews. You see the first set that we got this week is I've got those unlocked, and then there's 6 more. There's 5 here, and then the next page there's the last one. But it's different names. So you notice the one says Cursed Helm. We got Foul Grog and Dancing Demon. You could already kind of gather that the Cursed Helm was where it locked the helm of your ship. The Foul Grog made you drunk, and the Dancing Demon made you dance. So it kind of made sense. And if you notice at the very top, they have like a little bright purple ball at the top of each one, like a little circle. That kind of is the Grog, or the cursed ball itself. So you can see this one's got like a little steering wheel, and that's what locked. This one has a mug, and that's, you know, the drinking one. And this one's got music, which, you know, made you dance, so it kind of makes sense. So if you go down to the other ones, we have the Destroyer of the Fool's Stride. The name itself doesn't kind of totally key into it, but if you can just barely see behind here, the circle, it looks like a bone that's broken. So that looks like it breaks your legs. And this is the next week one. This is one of the other next week ones. It says Destroyer the Treacherous Bounty. And you can just barely tell. We kind of looked at this closely as best we could. I've got a 4K screen, so I was kind of trying to get in on it, but it kind of looks like a barrel. So we think it maybe prevents you from getting into your barrels. Like it locks your barrels so you can't get in for planks or anything, which would be pretty terrible. And this next one, Enslaving Chain, we couldn't quite tell, but you can kind of barely make out in 4K that it looks like little chain links. So I don't know if it drops the anchor, or maybe it puts a ball and chain on your character kind of situation where you can't move. I'm inclined to think it's the dropping of the anchor, but I guess we'll see. That's going to be an interesting one. It's harder to tell specifically on that one. Next up is Sandman's Revenge, and you can definitely tell it's got like a little moon shape here with clouds. This one that was actually shown off, you could see behind Wanda in last week before the event started. So this one puts you to sleep. We're pretty sure of that. The Black Viper, you can see it's got a little snake behind it. This one likely poisons you. It gives you the whole poison effect for the duration, which actually drains your health, covers your screen. That's going to be pretty annoying on its own. And then, of course, the last one is Destroyer of Siren's Gale, which looks like a sail that's raised. So we think it just raises your sails. So if your sail's down, whatever, someone shoots you, boom, your sails are going straight up, and you're not moving. You're going to a coast. The other interesting part we did notice about all these is a lot of these first ones just had like a different skull character inside. This one has what looks like a planty skeleton. We call them planty boys. This one's just a regular bone skeleton, and this one has a flame on it, but we deduced that's the shadow ones. The dancing demons are the shadows, the shadow boys. The other ones, you know, planty ones, you can tell right here it's got a plant. You can tell this one's got a skull deal again, skull deal, and this one is a shadow. But the interesting part is this one actually has a whole new symbol with what looks like a shadow boy below it. Same on the next page. This one's got the plant boy with that new symbol. So we don't know what this new symbol means and why this secondary one is below it. But that raises another new question about what we're gonna get. So it looks like 2 of these crews might have maybe a variation of the skeleton. Maybe it's like we think maybe this is the metal boys, the Goldie boys as we call them. And maybe there's a possibility of a mix between Goldies and the shadows, and the next one's it's Goldies and the plants, or something along that line. But this is some interesting information we just came up with and found if we were looking at these combinations and studying them, that you could actually kind of tell what Grog balls we're going to get. So, while you're out in the seas next week and the following week after that, you can kind of prepare, take note of these, and be ready for what you're about to see. But if you guys like this video, hit the like below, and subscribe if you like the content. Comment below what you think about this information. Maybe you've already discovered this, or you have a hint onto what this actually means, or maybe you have some better ideas of what we're saying. We can kind of collaborate and get a good solid idea out to the community out there of what this actually means. But thank you guys for watching, and you guys take it easy on the seas.